game for both of these
Global
teams
Esports went okay.
and other
Maybe
teams
we count
involved
for
as
a
well.
bit, but DFM currently with 0 wins, so I don't know how much you can count into that. See if they've changed anything up here against GENG.
It's something like GE want
Okay, we've got
GENG to lose, right?
with a
I
slight
think.
push up into A,
I think that was the one.
but Garage seems to be where a lot of the action is going to be, with a potential setup into the C site. No real engages just yet. We do have GENG possibly able to push from behind here too if they do identify that pressure's building up at C.
Yeah, they absolutely can, and they probably will. Now, here's the thing, is that GENG has no reason to move from this current position. They've got Alarm Bot on B. They've got Turret watching Garage. They've got the Omen ready to pounce onto C Long. He's jiggle peeking this right now. The Nanoswarm's there to buy time. I mean, no reason for anyone to over-rotate. Now that he's been spotted, the turret's been spotted as well, ZETA knows exactly what they're up against on this execute onto C.
All right, Depp's gonna tip up. Ooh, good flash over here.
Yeah, the flash
Yeah,
is good
this
on
is
both
nice.
sides.
2
Paranoia
people
really
here.
held off Depp at 10, but King's already in. It's a duel right now, and
Ooh.
10 wins that one.
10 gets the first, Sugar Zero gets another. This spike is getting
strong.
planted, but the attack
Big
here.
over one, but they get
C-Long.
information with this.
Not
No
as
one else
good
has
as
to
I thought
peek.
it was going to be even.
Well, not at all. Meteor missing so many of his shots.
The recon's
Not
incredible,
able to
though.
get much damage in, let alone a kill, and now Sylvan all alone against 4 players. Spike already planted.
Yeah, and this is going to be a very easy closer here for ZETA. Sylvan going to try to inch in here, but the double
Okay, very
stack is
nice
already
pistol
too
from
much.
ZETA.
And that's
C
gonna be
hit
the
was
first win
nice.
here for ZETA.
Managed to get the 2
Cool
kills
setup
on
from
site
GENG,
with
but
anything
again,
getting
they were not
traded.
able
That
to
was
actually
pretty much it.
manage, ZETA once they got
Meteor
on
maybe
site,
had a
and
small
the push
chance to
see,
get
it's kinda
it
weird.
to get
Like,
way
we
back
saw
into this,
Sylvan
but
getting shot from behind,
pretty
he's
much
like,
already
"Ow,"
gone.
and he just turns around and kills him.
Yeah, he's like, oh, what's this mosquito?
Oh.
He just slaps it out of his.
Oh, someone's shooting at my shoulder! And just kind of turns and gets a headshot and kills him.
Yeah, we know that, of course, Laz great with his shots, but the fact that Meteor was not able to secure the kill was the surprising part. And then on top of that, I will say ZETA, they didn't wait that long. They also just made sure that they had to commit, so they checked with the Owl drone early on what they were up against on the entry.
Okay, in terms of how they're approaching this, we've got everyone on a rifle. Every single person has a rifle, so a little bit bold on this one. Gonna make sure they stick together as a unit. Don't want to get any guns into the hands of the enemies. Any kind of kill from GENG is pretty impactful, to be honest, into the next round. Every kill makes the bonus a lot weaker.
And so it's going to be a quiet C-Long push. Now Sylvan sees him, bunny hops back. And I don't know that ZETA's going to commit to this, especially just knowing ZETA. They tend to kind of fish in and then snake back out.
Yeah, I mean, that tends to be their old MO.
Just watching so many games or having so much knowledge can make you want to play or re-coach. Definitely watching so much makes me want to play a little bit more than I do already. In terms of coaching, I know just how stressful it is, so it's not like I'm it's not like I'm desperate to go back instantly. It's a big life commitment. It really is.
Over here, we've got 10 trying to sell the push into A, and sold it they have.
Yeah, and the other thing is he's now found the Marshall, which you kind of have to expect if it's GENG.
He definitely wants to try and get the gun.
So they knew the entry was safe. And the turret, it does activate at the last second.
Damn.
You see the
Nicely done from 10. Good util from him, and Lombok goes down as well. That is the gun we were talking about, so we want to see ZETA just heavy fight for this. Meteor gets a kill over towards site as well. That's kind of huge. Still, 2 kills, not too bad. If they can get another one, it's either way, it's decent damage.
He's going to try to creep up here, but the crossfire that's set up is so good. Does fire a shot there, but hold on a second.
And he's tagged up both Crow and Laz. He's just going to stick the half. He is tagged, though, so he has to let go of it. He doesn't want to get pressured. He just wants to try to get more kills.
It's one. Dude, that was actually a sick round.
Yeah, that was actually insane damage from them. They kill 4 people, and they break the armor as well, so this has to get rebought. This is going to be a very... I mean, there's a chance that... There's a chance they just buy into this one, ZETA. They should probably just go for a small bonus round and just accept it. Just so that you can reset the loss bonus. But there's definitely a world where teams would full buy into this. Yeah, like this, full buying into it, okay. Full buy, they're going in. It's a massive swing round early on, no bonus here.
Okay.
There is
We've got a
so
push right
much
up
on
into
the
C. We've
C
got a
head
double
at the
stack,
moment.
although
The shock was really nice. Shock
looks
looked
like
up,
we're gonna have TS
just
cut
destroyed
back
everything in
down.
terms of the
Another
alarm bot
point
and the
over to
molly.
corner.
They got a
And
big
they
kill,
haven't
and now they
committed
lost
yet.
their person
It's
that
not
has to
clear they
dash
do
into the
identify
choke
humans still
point,
back
so
over
it
there,
should be
but
hard
should
here,
have
especially if
target.
Genji gets 3 people in.
The thing is now Zeta, as much as they like to, you know, push and pull and rotate and leave someone here, like leaving 10 every time they push somewhere, that's fine. That's a great idea. But then they have to spend so much time. Now, what I do like is they're making their decisions just a couple seconds earlier than we've seen them in the beginning couple weeks, right? So even though they have to check every corner and regain that space, we just now hit the 1 minute mark. So they still have a couple choices. I would say about 20 extra seconds to make up their mind, but at around the 40-second mark is where you really want to start to commit to.
Man, I have no.
execute.
Genji just look a little bit lost with some of their 6-person roster and their roles.
They're not able to get that spike
That's
plant.
all I
They
can
see
say.
10, which could cause a little bit of confusion here. And now Zeta looks like
Feels like they're having a bit of a mid-split crisis.
So they draw out the recon bolt and they pretend that they're hiding from it. And then they say, okay, since only
30
10
seconds
was
on this one.
spotted, let's go back because Genji probably thinks we're committing
Yeah,
to
this
A,
is
but
an
Genji
absolute
said,
nightmare.
no,
The
let's just
util
all
so
wait.
far from
The
Genji is
backup's already here. There's
fantastic.
3 members
It's
in
gonna be
the
so
site
hard to
already.
force through
Two right
this.
outside of garage.
Oh, King gets 2, 3 kills immediately, and now that's
Really good. Really well done from them. They only lose 1 person as well. Money over towards here is not done. Crow can get a hero. Sorry, it is done. Crow can get a hero gun. And everyone else can have a. Honestly, not much into it.
Right?
Can get
I
some
actually
sheriffs
don't
maybe.
know, compared to old Zeta, I actually do think they've gotten a bit speedier in terms of overall average time. Yes, there are a couple
Is there any
rounds
team
that
you look
slow
at and you
down
think I can
to the
fix
last
them?
20 seconds or, you know, even
I think
15.
fix is a
But
big word.
more so, the bigger problem
There's definitely a lot of
here
teams
is
that I
they
can
are
think
never
that
working
they could
with
get a.
guaranteed info, right?
They could
They're
get
working
better
with this
by
assumption
with
that
just
Genji
little
would have bought
fixes.
the bait, that
Yeah,
Genji would have
I guess.
rotated. And that's
guess you have to
why
use
the
fix.
timing feels like it's a problem.
Long story short, yeah.
God, dead with an immediate kill there on a Deb. But this B-side plan is in fact going to go down. They can't quite spam through. God, going to come through with Blast and another.
Yeah, just creating space for Meteor. Now Meteor creating space for his teammates to enter the site.
They're going to try to start that defuse.
And just trying to locate everyone. Aldrone going to be used for surefire guarantees. The blind was good from Zeta, though.
They did.
Doesn't quite get him
What
over there.
the hell?
And it's going to be just Crow. Nope, nobody's left over here.
This is crazy.
This spike is getting diffused.
They did good
Beautifully
damage
done
though.
there
Got a
by
plant
Genji.
down. Armor
We're gonna
rebuy. Probably an
two
armor
here.
rebuy as well. 3 kills.
Uh,
Actually feel like it was a pretty
Sorry,
good
there we
eco.
No, they're actually
Decided
just
to
going to
hit
stare
over
at
to
it.
King. No, they forgot how to use that thermometer gun they used to defuse it. They ran out of batteries.
Oh, imagine that. Imagine
Yeah.
if you had to buy extra battery packs.
For the spike diffuser? That's well,
You could-
Riot's watching. They're going to add that in
Yeah,
soon.
there's
You
like a
watch.
little meter like your heel on Sky.
Yeah. They're going to call me in for game design pretty soon with that idea.
All right,
So-
the operator comes out. That's what I was
I don't want to
wondering,
call out
right?
too many
And
teams.
although he can't
I'm not
get full
gonna-
armor,
I'm not
he
gonna
will
do
go
it.
for the half armor. Now, Zeta, again, committing to the half armor. They have quite a few ults, though. So I want to see them fish to check for the op and then just power through with the ultimates, right? This would be the round to do so, and looks like they're committing to it.
Straight up fast A, but look at this reaction from Genji. Push down middle, but they did smoke window, so they kind of have to consider that.
In A short, we've got that double
Turret
stack.
also got shot, so there's a big question mark at the moment for Zeta
Genji might be able to
in
get a
terms
pick
of
as they
middle,
wrap around this
and
corner.
Genji at the moment,
Meteor
big
hasn't
question mark
gone
over
through the
towards long.
doorway yet. They're gonna send the Aldrone
And
out
that's why we
first.
have
There
drone
is
and drone to clear the
two
question
over
marks.
here.
It spotted one for sure. I don't know if it spotted Sugar Zero right under. It might not have.
Yeah,
It
I
didn't
don't
look
think
like.
so.
Well, yeah, it was mid-turn, so not sure about the angle. But either way, you know that people are planted in a lobby. Might have spotted Depp as well, so that's why everyone backs up, and that's why Genji starts pushing out of C. Now, here's the thing. Finally, 10 getting a bit more space, has the alarm bot as well. Now, it will get triggered, but that should signify
That's
if you're
good
gonna
pressure.
rotate, you
So
gotta do it now.
even though they
Otherwise,
cleared
you
the
have
question
to
mark in
commit
middle,
to
they
A,
just
right?
create
I
another
mean,
question mark
Genji
over towards
is not
long.
a team that's gonna
This is
push
very nice at the
further out
moment.
of C long.
Recon
Meteor's
goes in as
ready
well
over
to
here.
get information if anyone's still
That would
here.
be the first to
3-person
move up.
hold
Clear
over
behind
towards A.
box.
Should be very hard
Do you
for
wanna set for the
Zeta
launch?
to
Don't
get
have time
in. The
for it.
stun
Yeah,
is
he does
great
have
though,
to
maybe
go
there's a
through right
chance.
now. Just trust that the turret's gonna watch
The
your
util's
back.
great. Wow, the
And
hit is really good.
They're going to come in.
Yeah,
we
but-
don't have. Well, only a Meteor killed off so far. 10 finds God dead.
Yeah, but Sylvan's still not spotted. He's got a great opportunity here. Oh, he
That
cannot
was
get the first
very
kill.
impressive. 2-person
Spike
flank
goes down.
behind.
Sugar
Let's see how much
Zero
damage they
still
can do.
lurking here
Sugar
with
Zero
5
is super
HPTS
low.
coming down the rampway, They spot him. Oh my god, he's going to shroud step over here. And that's going to draw him in. Beautifully done there by ZETA, leaving only King remaining.
5 HP, 5 HP, 65 HP as well. So this is a massive win. The money is now no longer here for GENG, and they kept it so clean with everyone surviving. This site hit was so good. I really like the late Omen flash. That was good. Definitely want to shout out Depp as well. He had a small window to get in there, and he did it. Like his pathing was pretty good. His pathing and his timing. It's pretty much normal pathing, but his timing was really good. Recon didn't get shot as well from GENG, which turned out to be a nightmare.
So you knew you had to commit. That's the type of flowchart of decision making you want to see, because then even if you do use your time, you're a bit more guaranteed to get the round.
All right, well, they've come all the way into B. They're actually going to be into the back of B at this point in time. Okay. Yeah, it's going to wait for the smoke maybe to dissipate here. It's going to be a very difficult retake here. And outgunned, GENG is going to have to try to find some pretty good picks. And right now, ZETA can basically just lurk over outside of B and wait for the diffuses to come in and punish.
Yeah, they've got Hunter's Fury as well. But if they start to lose these early duels, anything could happen. They don't have anyone going for the flank, so they just have to fight the crowd that's coming out.
Holy.
Yeah, they're gonna try to swing out. Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
Sugar
okay, that's a good bit of confidence on that round. Bit of a confidence builder there. GENG now get the buy, and we have a lot of ults coming in. Yeah, makes sense. It's a big round for them, and they have so many ults to secure it. They're also up against a good amount of ults, so there's a lot of stuff that they need to consider here. This is like a pretty good timeout for both teams. There's so many options of stuff that could happen. GENG have honestly been very proactive everywhere apart from A, so maybe they decide to go aggro over towards A and get control. We'll see. There's a lot of stuff they could do with ults as well.
Tense positioning is util. If it's like this round or the previous one, it's going to look a lot more promising for ZETA.
Yeah, GENG calling for that timeout, deciding this is the moment we need to kind of pump the brakes a little bit, so to speak, and figure out where we can make the adjustments. We mentioned earlier that you could really feel the tenseness in the room, and that remains true. I mean, this is such an important match. These are two top dog teams here in VCT Pacific. Obviously, winning this basically pumps you up enough into that safety net there.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the crowd right now, right? We've got a nearly full house even for the second match here, and here's the thing. I mean, oh, is this a Depp cosplay? Oh, is that a Jet cosplay? I don't know, like a half cosplay? But either way, cheering, and then a fan right above cheering for GENG. But yeah, we've kind of got like clear half and half. This is the last round robin match for both teams, a very crucial one to try to secure their own future into the playoffs, right? And if you get the win, it's looking very likely. But if you take the loss, now you're at the mercy of so
Shock
many
goes
other
in.
results.
It's only going to break the molly.
All right, once again,
They go fast, but they're only putting one person into this. What's the reaction?
They sent the shock dart in, and
Then
there was no
I tell you what,
ZETA's
timings on all of their stuffs right now is really cool. It's really, really good.
This is a nice change.
Yeah, Depp immediately gets that first kill. They're going to try to flush him out, but so far so good.
He did so good. Depp is really impactful at the moment. And they beat, and oh man, it's all going great. It's still a 3-on-3, but
Sugar Zero already in garage.
Yeah, on top of this one. Whoa, how did King get this other kill though?
Last still has his Hunter's Fury as well. Oh, Sugar Zero even uses his ultimate just to draw out more time. Now the half is done.
Dude.
But oh, he's tagged.
What an insane round. I love the timing of the recon as well. Smoke's going down in like 2 seconds, and then the recon lands so he can try and kill someone through the smoke.
Fire the second shot? Should I try to tap it again? And
Depp did fantastic.
Right through it. Laz has been so good with
and
that.
Laz's util was unreal.
Whenever we've seen him playing the Sova, just reads the mind of his opponent and what they're trying to do, what they're trying to bait out.
Very, very
I like this plan after the timeout as well. It was very fast. Thought it was cool. In terms of ZETA as well, I feel like they've done a lot of research into how King likes to play. There's a lot of fast rounds, and a lot of the times they're just breaking the Killjoy util and then insta-bursting before there can kind of be a reaction. It's like they're taking down the util, and then before they can kind of react and go, there might be a gap here, they're pushing in. That's at least the game plan. Obviously, it was only a
Yeah, and
molly that they broke, but we saw it over towards C as well, where it's just like before they can react, we want to break and then insta burst. It's nice. I like it. Force him down to eco. We got
that smoke. I'm curious if they'll use it again.
Yeah, not too much.
Because it didn't show much of an impact this round.
He's gonna now.
Do I want to watch some of the Japanese casting? I do enjoy it, but I also don't understand it. But it is very, very hype.
We do have depth going up.
But I like being able to have the English just for like the normal rounds, and then honestly, like some of the replay hype moments, the Japanese stuff is unbelievable because it's insanely hype.
ZETA division gets baited by Dep, their own teammate, to rotate.
Even though I have no idea what they're saying.
He might shut this down. That's what I was afraid of. And now they're down to 20 seconds. Yes, it's an eco, but this.
Sometimes you don't need to understand. Oh yeah, you get. I mean, when they're shouting, it's just shouting, right? Shouting in every language is the same. This is very close right now. Really, really close.
Oh, he's already here. They have no idea.
Love this decision from Laz to take the one-on-one. Oh man, he is an absolute hero today. Like his prep and everything as well, I'm just loving it. He's so impactful into these rounds. His util's great. He's fragging out. His calling's been good. He's just a monster. Did save them in this round here. Good decision making as well. Realized that they were separated here and just tried to take the one-on-one. If he got double swung on, most likely loses it. So I very much like his decision making to go forward here, even though it is a plant for him.
We've actually seen so many teams get baited by themselves into that when someone goes into A and says, hey, let's rotate back into A, and there's someone waiting in the cubby on short or, you know, outside of a long. Meteor, I would, if anything, I would give credit to Meteor and his positioning around those smokes, hiding from the util, repositioning in a way where he doesn't get spotted, playing ring around the rosy with depth.
What happened to Genji? Yeah, I'm not too sure. Okay, so ZETA called a timeout.
That ends well for ZETA
Interesting.
division,
so another big buy round for Genji, and they call a timeout here. They don't want to give them anything into this half.
The ZETA fans are happy about the score so far, but it's
so maybe they have a good plan. Maybe they know something that maybe they know something that Genji like to do with some kind of ult into this round, or a setup that's happened, or he knows what's going to be going down. We'll see.
ZETA, by the way, this time going for that pause, and I think it's good as they've gotten this far along. Try to figure out how the next couple rounds should look, how they're going to play that out, and we're done with that timeout. We're ready to get back into this match.
Overall, now Genji, over their map movement, fairly good, right? As soon as they get some contact, they push out from the other side of the map. They're constantly keeping control of at least A long or C long. That allows them to narrow down.
Let's get into this one. Another important round for Genji. The money's really low. They kind of don't want to go down to another eco and give them A. Bit of a change up. I mean, a lot changed up. They're going very heavy aggro over towards A. And this is also good from ZETA as well. They call the pause, and they know a lot of times when you call a pause and attack, the opposing team are going to do something aggro. So they just hold for a default, waiting for it to happen.
Kind of fish down A and sometimes pull right back out. But B has gotten a lot of attention overall in this half, and let's see, maybe they're going to go there.
Okay, but
Recon goes in over towards Slong.
I don't know if this Aldro makes it all the way. No,
I like, dude. They have a lot of stuff at the moment. It's a bounce recon, so that you have to turn and then the drone turns the corner when the recon lands, so you're always going to get info. It's pretty cool. They work out the numbers here though. They see the numbers and they insta hit over towards C. Time's relatively low and the rotate is coming in.
They do have time. It's not too late just yet, but Dep's got to survive.
All right, Dep's gonna lurk inside the
this is all down to Dep, pretty much.
Oh, King
okay,
gets
I
first.
think they lose
no,
this
and now the Rolling Thunder has arrived. The attacker's one was used earlier, and King is holding on to this site.
Just Laz remaining in 1 versus 3.
It's a very fast rotate from both teams. They both realized what they wanted to do early on. Yeah, it kind of came down to the dual backer site here. There's too many numbers from Genji. They did great to kind of flood the site and realized as soon as they were spotted over towards long here, the insta call was going to be C. Had a lot of numbers here.
And again, now this is where we start to see, okay, that smoke on the turret, it buys just enough time, it draws just enough attention or we can plant it C long or A long. And I was talking about how Depp has survived. The reason he peeks out early is because his teammates had used the Rolling Thunder towards Garage and C Link. And Depp just tries to swing off of it, but he just never actually fully cleared.
Shot goes in. Looks like that's going to hit.
Right, we've got ulti procced here for Depp.
Whoa.
Meteor tries to push in.
How is that alarm bot survived that then? Tanked it. Must have not gone far enough.
Just kind of tuck Sylvan up there. No, he's going to pull back around as well. Excuse me.
Okay, so ZETA just trying to.
In terms of this, they smoke off short, they drone over towards A, and now they're going for the C hit. As we can see, retake on C, potentially because of the Killjoy ult.
Boat's gonna come land right in the back of sight. Timing a little bit late from the Bolt, but eventually will allow.
Nice reaction from GENG. They hold garage and they push down to middle, so they're getting a lot of map control. How many people from ZETA decide to fight on site? There's a small gap
they're
here.
Set their own lockdown up and try to come in. This is a plant for C long.
I'd be fine if Depp wanted to fight some of these at the beginning.
Oh, hold on, they're just gonna send. All right, Jet's gonna come back out. The idea is they could basically just.
This is gonna be a nightmare, straight up spam fest. TS has a smoke for the spike itself.
Trying to just buy time on the entry, but GENG's already way past it. They are set up over and under angles here from Meteor. King's just sticking half. Gets it safely. Meanwhile,
He
GENG's
smoked
already
down
got 2
long.
kills.
Interesting.
Thunder's Fury coming out. They're going to try to go for that diffuse again, and it's going to go all the way. 4th round win.
It was nicely handled from GENG. Sylvan did good, but again, just the overall retake decision with these ults was really nice. They do a good Killjoy ult. They made sure that the smoker was alive to block vision, stuck onto the spike, and it was really good.
By Meteor. But second, even if ZETA expects that,
yeah,
as the Hunter's Fury continues to fire into C long, everyone from ZETA Division has to keep dancing back and forth. They cannot sit and spam against the spike. So it just absolutely guarantees that they'll stick the defuse, and I don't think I've ever seen a team stick the defuse and get a flawless out of it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's like winning in every conceivable way in that round. All right, well, they've got the entry point of the A side here in long smoked off. So we're going to have a little bit of camping. The Aldron's going to come out here and try to get confirmed. Is there anybody lurking there? Clearly there is.
And with 2 people swinging out, you got to imagine that Depp's here. Now they absolutely know that Crow was over by the Covey, so that's where the shock dart was headed. But GENG, you see...
Good news for ZETA is GENG used a lot of ults into that, and they're very close for their ults into the next round and potentially this round. They take a long control and then just straight up everyone hides. They cut sound, creating the question mark that they could have gone back to any of these places, hoping that the A would then be weaker, or they would at least push to try and get some information. Now they can just hit over towards the site, as we can see. Open site. I don't blame GENG for doing this, because the last 2 rounds they kind of faked some kind of A control and then hit over towards C, so it felt like the timing, the call on the timeout was to be doing that. So I don't really blame GENG for fully leaving this, but it is going to be hard. Omen Flash, Recon at the same time, breach damage. That's the good breach damage that gets everyone.
Oh my god!
Ooh, Depp did great to get that one. Ten did good to get that one as well. Laz still has his ult.
But ZETA Division still holding the positions that they would want. Yeah, GENG has to push out if they want to try to stick it this time.
Just King left over, almost no HP. And that's going to be that.
Damn, nicely done. And they saved Laz's ult into this one.
Round 11 there, but ultimately that spike is
yeah, the retake attempt was good, but 10 and Depp kind of did enough to pretty much stop this. Also, it looks like ZETA have been very prepped for this as well, because no one was under no one was under hell, right? No one was under heaven, because they knew that on their retake they do the damage under here, then they Omen Flash in front, and then they recon. So it was nice to see all of their afterplant positions were all in places that don't really get affected. Depp plays here, he gets 1, and then 10 runs through after shooting the recon, I think.
GENG, they're choosing to do it again though, right? They say, all right, leave the site open. They wanted to support Meteor, but he did not actually get the orb to get the Blaze Storm either.
All right, using that Hunter's Fury there.
Okay, I like to see that he pings all 3 positions that he wants to ult there. Does get caught off a little bit on this one. Killjoy ult goes down and they're going to try and take some space.
Coming into the site, but now they have to push out.
Oh, it's great stun. That is a great stun. A lot of this is down to 10, really.
The push continues on up.
That's nice. They should know there's going to be a flash there.
They've made their choice. TS just trying to draw out the angles right now. Flashes on both sides, but 10 with a great angle and the shorty.
What an absolute hero. What a sick half from them. They were so prepped into this, and they played different to how they normally play Haven as well. I liked it. They changed a lot up. This was a lot of prep. They looked into a lot of GENGs, how they like to play, and they had a straight kind of style of play that they wanted to do in terms of it. Very fast, bursty.
Round 3 and 4, sure, you gave it over.
Just making use of the shock darts and then instantly hitting sights again.
Overall,
and it looked like they knew how they like to play with ults as well. So maybe GENG are just very readable, and that's why they've struggled. Because now everyone has a good amount of info on them and they're just doing the same things. I'm not sure. But it felt like ZETA had a lot of reads. Nice half. GENG need a pistol.
And that gives them 8 points on the board. And yeah, 8-4, it's still a score where you can come back. It's not going to be too dramatic if that happens, but it does feel a lot different than a 5-7.
Okay, intense moment here. GENG again, they started out looking maybe to be the second best in the whole region. Only to DRX, right? Where we knew DRX was probably a stronger team, and they looked stronger, but now
it can do rulers. It just doesn't work as well.
Best of 3. ZETA has done such a great job of improving, of making these minor adjustments. They've stayed true to their style as well. And look, it's right now ZETA in a very substantial lead.
They just server ulted to clear the main priority spots, right back to site, and make sure they can get over towards the site, because they just knew that they then had the Killjoy ult, and that should be enough to get them some map control and then buy enough time for them to win it. So it was more just like, as long as we get the site itself, we win the trades and we have Killjoy alive, we're going to win the round. So that's why they use the ult like so early on. Just ping to the 3 positions that was most likely. Like back site, sorry, back left of site, and then literal back site, and then for anyone running in.
It's like, no ZETA, no Masters Tokyo. I'm like, is that a threat?
Well, maybe that fan won't be going, but Masters Tokyo will still happen.
It will still happen no matter what.
If you bought your tickets, don't worry. The matches will still be there. But I'm curious, because I'm more curious, actually, about ZETA's setups here after the pistol round. Just, do they change up the tempo themselves on the defense, or do they say, no, we don't need to worry about that?
Yeah, GENG need a pistol.
Working on their retakes across a lot of maps as well. See if that's evolved any further here on Haven.
Look at this. Why is there 3 people over towards B?
Round 1 of the second half begins now. We've got ZETA.
3 people over towards B, and they're using a smoke in reaction to this smoke that happened.
Any sounds come out yet. We had Laz peek up here. Now, if he gets spotted, they can bum rush him and easily just pick him off. He does peek. I think did he see King? I'm actually not sure.
Well, he heard the shot at the very least, so either way, he's just going to back out.
So
but
had
ZETA,
a big read into this.
They wanted to fake it as if they were all crowding around A main with the breach ready to go. But the breach is actually set up here.
One person fake, and it's going to work out really, really well. But they insta-cleared this, so that's full information, so they can heavy rotate. And they choose to rotate to... Where are they going? They choose to rotate to A with that bit of information that they found out. And because of that, GENG realized, because they heard the dash into sight, that they're probably going to heavy stack over towards A, so now they go back over towards C.
Don't mind this, and here's the
A
thing,
lot of this is on 10 again.
40 seconds.
ZETA gets 1 over here, but they're going to have to come in on C right now. They do have a good position to kind of set up shop over here.
All right, ZETA, they want to get in before the plan happens. They do not want
It's a nice flood of the site. Keep an eye on the time, 25 seconds.
Yeah, Depp going to pop out of the cloud over here. Misses those shots. Suddenly it's a triple kill. Just Laz left.
That kills.
Oh my God. Now it's a fight against time. Laz, he's going to rotate, reposition. He knows he has to give up the plant.
10 seconds left.
King reads it.
Very good read here, but
oh no,
doesn't matter.
Oh boy.
Sylvan backs up.
They spotted each other for a brief second.
Oh,
my
holy
God.
hell. It's a nice try. Okay, GENG win the pistol that they kind of had to win.
Close, but it's going to be
It's a very nice try.
Bunkering down for GENG and a much-needed pistol round win.
I like I liked everything about this. I like the mid-rounding from GENG as well for the decision making, and the calling went well. Also like the fact that it looked like ZETA had a read on what they were doing in terms of like going over towards B, and they faked it and then went over towards A. What me and Bacon used to do a lot of the times is we would like plan ahead like three or 2 games, and like say you would do the same pistol or a similar pistol twice in a row, and then they look at your demos, you've used the same pistol twice, then you can kind of fake it out and then hit the other side. That's what this felt like. That felt like something like this, where you're planning ahead, you're doing on purpose baits and tendencies, and then just playing off it. So that was cool. It might have been this. It might have been more GENG. It felt like they've done this pistol a lot of the time, and if they fake this, it's going to work, because ZETA definitely had a plan for a B hit here.
You're probably stacking one side or the other. Which is it? No movement off of that aftershock.
What if they anti-antis? Antis? Yeah, it's true. I mean, then we get layers deep. That's what it felt like me and Doom Bros had. It felt like me and Doom Bros were just in like some weird kind of world where we both knew each other's tendencies, and then it just ended up it's just not worth doing anti against it, because there was just too many mind games that at this point you're just gambling.
Obviously, the heavy stack on A is going to give them pretty quick access over here, but lopsided access at
Melvin City.
So the question is, can they thin out these numbers before they push in? Great spraying, but it's going to be Laz actually getting Meteor through
it's a good amount of damage that Meteor just did here, though. They get the plant down, that's nice. Should still be fine for GENG. I say is it gets really close with a lot of those kills. Oh my god, the util's good. No way!
The bounce misses! He did not line that up.
Oh god, it's all crumbling.
Sylvan's gonna have to peek. They haven't started that defuse yet.
Time's still in favor.
They get a smoke on this, so then they have to start spamming, and then they can swing.
Oh no, he doesn't have the
connection. Oh god, the recon doesn't reach.
They're gonna go for it! Oh my god!
Oh god, it's still half.
He can still stick
oh my god!
He has time.
Oh my goodness, this was so close. I mean, what an eco. what an eco. Both of the ecos were close.
Yes, it's a full reset.
So that's why at the end of that round, Crow, once he had to give up the first stick on that later half.
Yeah, both of the ecos in this were really close, because the second round was a little bit similar to this in terms of the amount of deaths.
That's essentially a win for us. Even though the score goes up on the side of GENG, we've completely annihilated
and GENG have a different approach. We saw ZETA buy into this and not want to do a bonus because it would look something like this. GENG so fine with doing the bonus. So again, different approaches in similar situations.
Are they just going to try to dash in?
Oh, well, he's on an island right now. Well, no.
Jeez, all 3 of them. Oh my god.
Here, and I mean,
well, they shut this one down pretty well. Oh my goodness. What the hell? No one saw anyone. It was just straight up all smoke kills. That's the first time they saw someone, really. Other than, I guess, the dash into the smoke. But
for that carryover.
That was a fast one.
And guess what? Those are, even the flawlesses. I mean, that's when some of this half armor
good news for ZETA was they, again, just didn't take any damage or anything into this one. So they're, this round here, they can buy next. If they lose.
Thanks to them forcing GENG to drop every weapon in the previous round. But this puts GENG in a tough position. They have to win this round if they want to have a better future here on Haven.
It's a late recon.
Everybody's tagged.
Yeah, all right, Depp gets the first kill and escapes. Shots fired in there, but Meteor gets the better half of Laz.
I felt like Laz should have just accepted that.
No,
but...
they think that probably has
oh man, that's so nice. Holy hell. This was a sick round.
I'm telling you,
man, they look so good here. 2 of them firing over towards here, then we have the dash out, but then the insta swing. Util was great as well. Breach damage was nice.
The back and forth over there at A, the trade-offs and who's going to take a shot.
The push all the way down as well from 10.
Maybe he had escaped, but in fact he had ran back in. Beautifully done. Kind of a humiliating round, to be totally honest, there for GENG.
Yeah, but also just goes to show, I mean, ZETA, I think
That
that's
was
the
cool.
other big thing.
They look
It's
so
very
prepped into
clear
this.
to us,
They
yes,
definitely knew
partly
that
because he was in
Haven
the
was
lead,
getting
but
picked.
ZETA is keeping
It
their
looks different
calm
to that
and
other
cool
Haven
much
as well.
more
Like some
during
of the
these
stuff, they're
firefights
way
than
more.
Gen G is, right? Even when it's buy
They're
rounds
way
on
more
both sides,
aggressive.
Gen G, it looks like they're constantly trying to force the fight to happen. Whereas ZETA, they're still, whether it's actual direct communication or just, you know, having it locked in and have it.
Oh my god, that was a weird moment. Almost out of vision to the scope. Fortunately, he does miss.
Well, another eco for Gen G, and ZETA just says, well, if we just, you know, don't allow the easy plant on B, this should be an easy round for us. And look at this. I mean, C site, not even, you know, the Killjoy utility. And now that I believe the alarm bot was erased from Garage, you see the Omen and Killjoy back out. We saw RQ doing this earlier as well. Back out initially. Don't give away free weapon upgrades. Stay together.
Dead going to start to creep up here. It's a double stack over here on the defender's side. Depp sees one, but doesn't see the one that's closest. Doesn't matter, though.
Oh, and the reposition.
My god, they're everywhere.
Depp, I mean, he's been racking up kills to stay on top of the kill leaderboard here in Pacific. See if he can make that happen all the way to the end. Of course, this is the last match for both teams in the round robin.
30 seconds left.
That's it. Laz gets that kill.
Nice. He done. What's this an eco? Low buy. We got one gun to rebuy. This makes a lot of sense. This might be Gen G's last buy round.
Calls for a timeout. I wonder if this is almost too late. That last round looking so very much like the one before.
Not really elevated. It's it's a lot more team based now. It's like teams have their own kind of style.
Currently on defense, looking even better than their attacking side. And they were already in the lead.
'Cause you have
this timeout means everything, right?
you have some real difference in like differential styles, especially in Pacific. If you think of like a Paper X and DRX are like very different, really.
Coach Bile, you know, ever since Gen G started slipping after the DRX,
I mean, I guess they're kind of both heavy XX, but no one no one really peaks as much as them.
You know, this is a lot on the coaching staff of really needing to clean things up. The players are still putting in the hours and the work, but whatever they're trying to make happen, it's not showing up on stage. Even if it's working in scrims, it is not happening when it matters most on the stage right now.
And you know, we thought honestly,
Expenses what happened with Gen G. Honestly, I have no idea.
Maybe it will be. We'll see.
I have no idea what happened really, because they were looking so good. That for sure, their confidence is taking a hit. I can tell that much. I don't know if they're like super readable and it's just loads of demos out there. But yeah, they do look like a different team a lot of the time.
Today, Haven, Ascent, and Fracture, you can see in the top of your screen. So it should never be a surprise if either team takes, you know, the opponent's picks. But the style that ZETA's doing it in, very commanding. Okay, so ZETA.
Look at the stack over here by B.
Yeah, but I like this, right?
Yeah.
Because of the timeout, they say, okay, well, we've been winning our fights on A 2 rounds in a row, maybe 3. So let's switch it up. Put the Killjoy over there. We can still go for the retake with Hunter's Fury. Make sure that they don't get into C for
the most competitive. It depends, like
right out of Garage again.
In terms of like, so it's like most competitive for playoffs is Pacific. There's loads of teams that could make it, that can make it, like it's real close on. I have no idea. When it gets to certain matchups, it feels like a 50-50 for so many games. So in terms of like top 6 teams, they're the most competitive. In terms of like teams that can win the most, in terms of the region that can win Tokyo and has the most, in my mind, it's Americas.
What a weird shot there.
Well, yeah, Meteor's already pushed through, so the Hunter's Fury.
But in terms of like the most competitive, in terms of just who the hell is going to win this game, and it's Pacific. Everyone is all very closely matched.
Up over here. Now it's gonna be time to move in, and we actually. Oh, that was a crazy moment. He actually went up into the bubble.
And 10 just spams
Damn,
him through
nice
the smoke.
retake.
That's the Depth's drop. What a retake setup from ZETA Division. You don't even have a chance to use a lockdown, and what do you do here?
Oh my god.
King trying to make it happen with his own. Oh my god.
Hold on. Not over yet. Just Laz remaining.
Sylvan versus Laz, and Sylvan wins it again.
The 2v5.
So close. Brilliantly done. The spike's going off. We're going back
The
to the next
2v5. Do we get a replay of this? Because this was kind of
I gotta
nuts.
say,
EMEA is like somewhere in the middle. You've definitely got some like.
I mean, insane. The start to the retake here. Oh, he actually sees him jump up. Okay.
Saw the, head and ponytail sticking out of the smoke.
Oh, but King These 2 kills, instant, but then the reaction from Sylvan.
Damn, the recon as well on top of this was really nice. King did great.
And then to keep the calm in another 1v1 against Laz. Not an easy opponent to do so.
Okay, we're going to another buy-in. Looks like we're going fast A again.
On this stage.
Oh my god, he's going to carry on hitting this. When does the recon land? Lands now, but they were already looking for it. Here comes the Omen Flash. Looks like it's going to hit no one.
This time A with a triple stack. They get in, and Goddead takes Laz out. Pro gets Meteor. Goddead takes Pro back out in return. Sugar Zero now on site.
Okay, stuck the landing in the end. Sugar Zero kind of saved this. Big ult goes in. Oh boy, 4 HP. Does he just round the world up?
We just wait 1 extra second.
Oh, thought he had the spike. That buys a little bit of time. Did he see the turret or something?
A lot of different ways. Now 10 is extremely low on HP.
Yeah, so 10 purposely runs out of
4 HP. If he wanted to use the ult, because honestly, using the ult backside here would push him so far away that he would kind of know that he has to be long. But I don't think it's worth on the HP.
Basically has to draw him out. Oh no, King gets spotted first. Yeah, 10 doesn't mind because he's already at 4 HP anyway.
Oh! Holy hell. Okay, that's how he handled it. Respect. Nice comms coming in above the HP. That's one way to secure that.
You can't jump and shoot reliably, so just goes for the shorty. I like it. He's got the HP call. He knows the alarm bot activated.
Yeah, he handled that one well. He really did.
There it is. What a relief there. All right.
Coach just praying.
Coach very happy now to see that they've lengthened this quite a bit. And I'll tell you what, GENG is really winning in this game of catch-up. Just a couple more rounds, they're going to be evened out.
Yeah, I mean 8-11, but here's the thing. This is the big round for them to overcome because of the 4 ultimates available on the side of
Smoke
ZETA
goes
division.
in, recon as well, but they do an attack smoke that kind of blocks vision, that makes it look like they might have walked out here. Okay, GENG go for the classic Omen ult over towards spawn. Flash is good, might hit both, does hit both. Damn, what a nice Omen Flash this was.
No, but the backup's so quick coming in from Crow. Now a 3v3, Rolling Thunder still available for Crow.
All right, Depp with blades out.
Okay, I really think that Depp needs to be careful with his smokes here, because that is the only thing they have at the moment to block vision. And again, you can full stick if you smoke, do half and then smoke again, so needs to be careful that he doesn't overuse his...
But now that allows him to set up to Rolling Thunder into long. But here's the thing, King is already on the rotate, but Spike already have done.
So Laz is going to be shown here. They can get a clear shot on him.
Laz gets a defuse!
Damn. That was nice. The timing of it was good, though. The breach all came in. They were all stunned. Couldn't swing in time.
I think they masked the spike defuse again with the Rolling Thunder earlier.
Yeah, pretty much. They did block vision for at least half of it, and then the ult came in. It was just a nightmare, and I think they were wrapping around, and it was just a little bit too late.
Stuck between a rock and a hard place, but I love it from ZETA Division. This is what I mean, though. They're no longer playing as passive as they used to. The fact that they choose, okay, if we lose, we lose. But
right,
the way to
4
chances
chances.
is to get into the site and send Rolling Thunder out even further to guarantee
it's a really low buy. They got nothing on that.
Making from ZETA Division.
Meteor's going to come up. We do have some Killjoy utility ready to snag this if they push through too hastily.
All right, clears the first part of it, but not the turret. Oh, so they use a flash.
It's nice from GENG. Big question mark create over towards Garage. Smoke over towards A as well. So question that they could have walked over towards short. So this is a question as well. So they got to keep 2 people here. Drone's just checking everything, but again they could have a timing over towards short. So still going to hold 2 here.
That could fake them out, right? Because you're maybe thinking, oh, okay, well if that's the turret, are they still focused on the other side?
And so they're going to go for it anyways.
Oh no, 2 members. I think Laz found 1 extra one at the barrel right at the end. So since he doesn't know the exact number, he's going to back out, try to group up with Depp. They have the lockdown, but they're not in position to back out of the site. They're going to commit to holding on to it.
It's a good recon.
All right, we've got Depp down here. He gets 1. Dashes to the side. Can he get another?
Depp's just creating space.
Down the Omen Flash as well from Sugar Zero.
Oh my god, it's just Sylvan left.
What a really impressive hold. The recon, their util in this game here was just like next level. It was really good. Loved the game plan as well. Loved the fast. Like they were so aggro, so fast.
Move movement and
was cool.
choices in that
But yeah,
last round.
the recon
Just
there was
really
great.
put
The
Glow
Omen
on
flash to
pressure
help them over
minds.
towards site as
Because
well.
they decided to bunker down
Oh,